Hello, welcome. Steve Watson here at Someday Farm Studio uh, with today's Nèijiāquán challenge. Uh, Usually, the Nèijiāquán challenge is for people that are, feeling like they're a little ahead of the curriculum or a little ahead of the pacing in their school or with their sifu. Uh, this one can probably work for almost anybody, but it's still kind of most likely for somebody that's relatively experienced or even very experienced. And what tends to happen is that we tend to uh, have a sense of the more that we've learned, the more wisdom, the more knowledge and understanding that we have, the more experience, the more readily that we're going to see errors, whether that's watching something on YouTube or in the movie, obviously watching your classmates, watching some other teacher, watching somebody practicing in the park. Develop this capacity for judginess, right, and being opinionated. And we aren't very often in the position to offer our advice to somebody who we think obviously needs it because we know best, right? Sometimes you are, sometimes it's your student and it's a class and they're asking for advice, like that's pretty appropriate for sure. But quite often we might see somebody else in our field doing stuff and we immediately have our opinions. And the idea here is to take the suggestion of Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. And my argument is that when you notice something that is not being honored, a value that you hold not being honored, or a bar that you respect not being met, right? Um, Rather than offering your opinion to the other person, be reminded that you value that metric, that you value that bar, that you value that principle, and be that change, right? So if I see somebody that doesn't look like they have power in that strike, right? The reason I see that is because I've developed the capacity to be opinionated enough to feel that power is important in that strike. But I might not have the relationship or the opportunity, and it might not be appropriate for me to give my advice to them. In fact, I might not even be able to transfer my opinion to them in a way that they can access and build on. They can just be made aware of my opinion, but it doesn't help them. It just helps me offload my opinion. But the idea is to use the vision of the opinionated uh, view that I have, that is seeing somebody else, maybe on TV or something, and use that to recognize that, hey, that's a function of my valuing something. And if I value it, and I remember be the change you wish to see in the world, then let me recommit to that. Now, I might be recommitting to something that I'm already better at than they are because they're horrible and I just saw them practice. But I'm still recommitting to something that I value. And if I do value it, why would I have a problem recommitting to it, right? Why would I have a value of improving my aptitude for that skill or process or principle, right? So your Nèijiāquán challenge then is to be the change you wish to see in others. Ideally, we substitute any grumpiness that follows our discernment of, let's say, not living up to ness in somebody else. And we use that to recommit to our own practice as we understand our values. So, thank you all very much. Appreciate your taking the time to share this and comment and subscribe. Maybe even click that notification button so you'll hear when we go live. Thank you.